So Sebastian is in bed. Hopefully this vlog won't wake him up. Albert is on the floor, kind of half falling onto the carpet, trying to keep him on there. I wanted to put him down. He was on my chest. This is like the first time he slept mostly today. And he stayed down, only he's so squirmy and wriggly that he's kind of falling off it. So I keep trying to move him back on without disturbing him. He was asleep. I don't put him on his front normally, but obviously when I'm with him, it's kind of okay. He seems more comfortable that way. Putting Sebastian to bed wasn't too bad, thankfully. I found this great white noise app on my phone. Oh, not app, sorry, YouTube video. It's just Rain, and it seems to work for all of us. It just sends us all to sleep, so it seemed to work quite well for Sebastian today. I think he was quite tired after nursery. Mr. Patch is over by the window. He hasn't had a walk this afternoon. I feel a bit bad about that, but I had a really rubbish day. I just spent most of the day like crying, I think, just the same as I was yesterday and the day before. Chris, thankfully, I say thankfully, it seems that Chris has the norovirus, which is the massive sickness bug that's going around at the moment. All the kids in the area have it, all the kids at school have it. Now, Sebastian and I haven't caught it yet, and I'm terrified of catching it. So when Chris caught it, he caught it while he was down. He went away this weekend. His cousin died in Afghanistan, and it was his 30th birthday, so they did like a memorial, and it was a really long way away. So we didn't go, as I mentioned before, and I think he caught it there. So he's at his mum's. But the crap thing is I think what's really got me down is I really miss him, because I've hardly seen him. As you know, I hardly see him anyway because of his work. And since he left his work, and it's been the Christmas period, he's been back and forth visiting people, picking up people, doing stuff. There's just always something that takes him away, interviews and visiting jobs and all that kind of stuff. So I've just like hardly seen him. So he's been away since Friday, and I've just not seen him, and I don't think I'm going to see him for another like a week. And I really miss him, and I think I miss him in this time. I really need him. I don't even need him practically, although that would help. I need him emotionally, because he's like my best friend. It's my actual shoulder to cry on. I'm really lucky that I've got you guys, to be honest. That's the point of coming onto this video, actually. I'm rambling now. I just want to say thank you for all your comments. I've managed to get through most of them and reply. There's some I still need to reply to. But I don't think you guys don't realise how much it means to me. I mean, there's people who've experienced the same thing. There's one lady who will know who I'm talking about, who actually found my channel because she has ET as well, and husband serving, and she has a child with cow's milk protein allergy, so she knows about all of this. And how she's doing it with ET, I don't know, because the way Chris is with his condition, I mean, I don't know that I could be I could have the strength to parent. I suppose you do when when you're in that situation. I'm just so grateful. Like, every single comment made me feel really supported and made me feel less alone, especially when Chris is away, to come on and read them. It meant so much, and each and every single comment I read and I took in, and I was so grateful for. And I'm so grateful for YouTube for giving me that opportunity to build such a lovely community. Because you really need a community when you're first time, and when you've got a young baby or young children. And in this day and age, we just don't have that. And I don't really have that now that I'm out of military life, although I still have a lot of friends in the military who live locally, and actually they've been a great source of support. It's still not quite the same. I'm still kind of out the loop, so it's been much more difficult. Chris's regiment go to Afghanistan. I think they've gone already, and his old regiment, and he wouldn't be here. He would have gone a few weeks ago. And I just think I'm so grateful that he's not in the army anymore, because we've done so much time apart that I'm just so done with it. And I just think, God, I'm so grateful that he's not there anymore, so that he doesn't have to go away. Imagine if he went away now with all that's going on with Albert. yeah, I just don't know that I could do it. It would be very, very difficult. So, quick update on him. I went to the doctor today. He wasn't great today. He was very cry today. His skin seemed worse this morning when he woke up. So, I did give him. I don't know if I mentioned. No, I didn't. Because no, sorry. I did give him a bottle of formula last night, and we had a really bad night. I gave him a bottle of formula, kind of must have been about 8 o'clock, and he's not had, I think he's had a couple of bottles before and he's been fine on them, but yesterday, last night he wasn't very good on it. Now that could have just been the colic / cluster feeding, and then he wouldn't stop crying. He'd stop and we'd doze off and then he'd start again. And I got to the point where I just couldn't handle it at all anymore. I was just beside myself in tears, and I took him downstairs and I put him in the car seat where I knew he was safe, and I just left him there, and I just left the house, like out the back, and stood out in the back garden for a few minutes just to cool down because I just couldn't cope with the crying anymore. I gave him some gripe water, and eventually he went to sleep on my chest, and I managed to put him in his sleepy head. He does have a really nasty cough and cold. Both the children do. I'm quite snotty, so he was kind of a bit coughy with that last night. He woke up about 4:30, about 2:30, sorry, or 3:30, I think it was, I can't remember, to feed, fed for a bit, and then dozed off. But again, he was just quite snotty and stuff. Sebastian slept till 7:30, so that makes a change from the 5:30. So I really needed that yesterday. The rash on his face seems to be worse, and he keeps hitting his face, and I'm wondering if the rash is actually itching him. So when I went to the doctor, I explained all this. I explained that I'd used everything under the cat, like apart from the gripe water that seems to help a bit. I've used everything on the counter. I'm currently trying colic drops to see if that helps. I've cut out dairy. I'm doing everything I can, and she was more concerned about my emotional well-being, and which understandably so, because when I went in there I just burst into tears and just said I wasn't coping at all. And I'm seeing the health visitor on Friday. I'm seeing the doctor another doctor for 6 weeks check on Thursday, and I'm starting to not like that doctor. So I have booked for the original doctor who I saw, who was really good and prescribed the ranitidine. I've booked to see them, but not until the end of January because that's the earliest appointment. My mum did say, the doctor today did make a referral to a paediatrician in case there's something else underlying going on. But my mum did say, look, like, go private. And I thought, oh my God, I never thought to go private. It is costly, but we've got money saved. So I figured, like, well, I'll be able to get him seen in 2 weeks if I can get the doctor to refer him. So I'm gonna do that, I think, just to speed it up. I'm just desperate. Like, I don't know how it's gonna work over the Christmas period, but we're definitely gonna get a referral done, a private referral. She gave me some cream for his face, and also somebody else suggested probiotics for babies, and it's massively helped them pass their wind and just help their gut, I suppose, because their guts are sterile. So I've just ordered some of those off Amazon. Can't wait to try them. Hopefully that should help a bit. But I'm wondering if this is purely, if there's no cow's milk protein allergy, if this is just purely purple crying and colic, and purple crying is just a phase and they grow out of it apparently. But in the here and now, it's really hard. The rash could just be baby acne or just some kind of normal rash of some kind, something he's reacted to. I don't know. I mean, I've given him formula. I did give him a bit of formula, I think, before the rash, and he didn't come out in anything, and he was okay. So I just don't know what it is or what's going on. I really don't want it to be a cow's milk protein allergy because I don't want to cut out dairy out my diet. It's getting really hard. And people have said, well, you should really cut out soy as well because soy and dairy are like identical. The proteins are very, very similar. And I thought, oh my God, with a husband with cancer who's like has a pretty, like, his diet's quite specific. He has to be careful with what he eats because he's got a problem with his spleen, so therefore it enlarges. And with a toddler who's fussy, like, and with everything going on in life, I can't be reading and researching that. It's just, I just don't think I can do it. So I would have to think about putting him on a formula, which would break my heart, as you guys have already said. So that's the update for today. I feel a bit better, and I've spoken to Chris on the phone, and he's, we just miss each other so much. I'm hoping he can come back soon, but I've said to him, like, don't come back, because and he's he understands, because I can't be dealing with getting this sickness bug. I may get it, and if I do, then we'll deal with it at the time, but my God, it will kill me if I do have that. I even expressed tons and tons of milk. I've got about 40 ounces in the freezer. And part of me was thinking, just in case I get ill or something, then there's some milk there. But yeah, sorry, I'm waffling a little bit. I just really want to come on and say thank you. You guys are amazing, and I don't know where I'd be without you, really. You've really supported me through my whole journey of conceiving and going through the diagnosis with Chris, and the pregnancy and everything. And even some of you have been around when I was pregnant with Sebastian, and it's been a long, nearly 3 years now. Lots has gone on, as you guys know. In that time, a lot has gone on. We were reflecting on it. In the time that I have been pregnant with Sebastian, Chris has had the bladder tumour. We had the issue with the postnatal depression. Then he had his hip operation. Then that got infected. Then he was in hospital for months. Then he was diagnosed with the cancer. And yeah, and then we've had Albert, and now this. It's been a lot has happened. It's been really tough. So yeah, but we are really grateful, both of us, Chris and I. He read all the comments and stuff. That was Albert trumping, by the way. Okay. He read all the comments and was, really, both of us just really moved by everything that you guys, by your support. It's really important to I think whether it's on the internet or whatever, support mums. And I guess that's the way it is in this day and age, as sad as it is. Everything's on the internet rather than kind of in your local community. But people around here have been pretty good. I've got a friend who offered to wear Albert. She does a lot of baby wearing, and she offered to wear Albert and walk the dog. And I might take her up on that offer, because those are the sort of things that you need, practical help. So I keep looking down just because he's just checking he's not going to fall onto the carpet. I don't want to disturb him. Hopefully tonight we'll have a better night. I don't know how it's going to be. This is the sort of first time he went down at about 7, I think. No, he went down at about 6:30, 6:30, 7, roughly around that time. So I'm going to try and move him upstairs and have a shower, and hopefully we'll have a more settled night. He hasn't really slept much today. It's just been crying, and so hopefully the probiotics work. I will probably do a review on that when I can. Tomorrow, depending on how our night's been, I really, really want to do his 6-week update, because today is 6 weeks. But I don't know. I'm debating as to whether even to do it, because you've kind of had an update up until now. This is kind of his 6-week. In fact, I'm going to title this his 6-week update, because it is kind of his 6-week update. Yeah, and I want to do some other videos, some more nicer videos, like newborn must-haves and stuff. I had put him in cloth a few days ago, but everything just got overwhelming. I just stopped it. So when things settle down, I'm going to get him back in cloth. He hasn't smiled yet either. He's 6 weeks today. Hasn't smiled yet. Now Sebastian didn't smile until he was 6 weeks, and I remember it's weird. I don't know if you block it out. If you block out the crying or something, but I remember blocking it. I don't remember parts of when he was really little. But yeah, so he hasn't smiled. So hopefully he'll smile by the end of the week. Anyway, I'm looking at the time. I've been rambling on for 14 minutes. I'm so sorry. But I just want to say I love you guys and you're amazing. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.